The Secretary of State will know that aerospace is a key industry within my constituency. And if we needed a good example as to the flaws of the piecemeal approach, the resolution on steel is a great example, because when we then raised aluminium, the European Union were of the view that we needed a separate and bespoke negotiation to resolve those issues. It crystallises the conundrum, quite rightly, that has led to this white paper. But my right honourable friend for Lagan Valley, my honourable friend for North Antrim, and the honourable member for Wellingborough have all raised with the Secretary of State during this statement the timescales. I understand his reluctance to give arbitrary timescales, but there will be two choices in this, Madam Deputy Speaker. The European Union will either indicate very quickly that they have no interest in engaging in this process, or they will start to engage. Can the Secretary of State at least commit that not only will he put his best efforts into achieving the right outcome, but that he will come to the House when we return in September and update us on progress or steps that may be necessary at that stage?
Well, the honourable gentleman, in his opening comments, I think outlined absolutely perfectly the reason why it's important we take an approach that deals with the underlying problem rather than looking separately at all of these different symptoms that go on. And many people today have talked about vet agreements, and he has outlined that in itself would not solve the overall problems, and he's given a very good example of that. And I think it's why we want to take the approach we do to find a fundamental resolution to the underlying problems. In terms of time frame, as I've said, look, we want to work positively with the European Union. We are recommending, we are looking to agree a standstill so that we avoid any cliff edges that grace periods that are coming upon us may create, and that would also, I think, give us the space to have these negotiations to get a permanent, fixed, long-term solution. I think it would be wrong of me to put timeframes on that at the moment. He's quite right. We'll have to see how things work over the next few weeks, and I have no doubt that the opportunities in this House will be abundant for he and others to raise these questions and to make these points to me on our return after the recess.